Ice Chariot close to the fence from Phantom Agent, Zarveet, and then comes Fastest, Macola Lass. And last of all, Hello Possums as they swing for home. 4.25 to go on the cup. Cole Start, the leader from Rampant Line upstage. Penathon running a big race under his weight near the fence. Then King Latimer, Scattergun, So Sensible, and Sculptor coming down the outside, and so is Phantom Agent. Cole Start in front at the 200. King Latimus and Scattergun's coming up on the outside. King Latimus went to the lead at the 100 metres mark. Scattergun's trying to get after King Latimus, but he's finding plenty King Latimus. He's in front of Scattergun and Cole Start, and King Latimus takes out the cup from Scattergun.
Big thrill, Larry, yeah. He ran 4 2 years ago.
In this race?
In this race, and he's a strong horse now, and but it's a good thing beating the mile and a half race last week, and I give him a rough chance,
He always, as you say, he always had the ability, but he went through a bit of a flat spot.
Yeah, for sure, and he likes a wet track, and the conditions suit him today, but we'll take it.
Okay. Kenny Pope, no peers here?
No, he rides good as anyone in this track, and I put him back on him a few weeks ago. He won in the wet, and he ran 4th in the Rocky Cup. He went to Rockhampton.
Yeah, I see you took him up to Rocky.
Kenny went to ride him, and he fell in an earlier race.
Oh, that's right, yes.
So it's very good to win this race today.
Well done, Trevor Miller, Ken Pope. Scattergun, Cole Start was just a blowout.
Yeah, it certainly was, but...
you know the trifecta paid $38,000. Did it? New South Wales.
Yeah. So it should have. Anyone that got it deserved every cent of it. But what can you say? It was just a brilliant ride. Kenny Pope, he just knows this track like the back of his hand. He knows when it's wet, you can cut the corner and you can find the right part of the track, and he knows it. And maybe that was the difference.
Ronnie, do you know what the first 4 paid in New South Wales?
Oh, I don't know.
Just a tick under 200,000.
Yeah.
What a great result.
You wouldn't have got it because you wouldn't have had a bet. Anyway.
Did you back it?
No, Scattergun. Maybe the wet helped him. He ran an improved race. And this Cold Start, he's an iron horse. He just keeps picking up prize money in these big races after doing all the donkey work up front. And he held on again after an Ipswich Cup placing and Tats Cup, I think it was. But he's always around the mark. You can't say much about the favourites. They all disappointed.
No. Was a beautiful
race, but Trevor Miller telling me this morning he's probably favouring taking the horse to the Grafton Cup and take it from there. Kenny Pope, well, he was hard at work back in the sauna preparing for 7 rides today back at the Sunshine Coast on his home track. But he said, look, I won a Group 3 in town.
By Amy J. Power rags the riches, Hannah Rossa Vocalic. Hard to catch, Mulder next on the inside. And then Mr. Hornblower, who's a long way back as they corner. G.I. Jane at the 400 in front by length. Diamond Cove second, Tender Countdown next on the outside. Our Lord Monty, Curb Your Enthusiasm. And here comes Willie Liker down the outside with Tropical Express. Tender Countdown got the G.I. Jane, Diamond Cove, and Tropical Express and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Tender Countdown is the leader with 100 metres to go. Our Lord Monty, G.I. Jane kicking again. Tender Countdown's just in front. Hard to catch, has come from nowhere.
I think he earned it. His form has been terrifically consistent without a lot of luck, Larry, and I think today he had the luck. He got the gap when he needed it, and great ride, got home.
Pat, any track suiting? He's been on the worst, the best, little tight tracks, big tracks.
Exactly. No, he's a horse that can adapt himself well, Larry. He probably likes a race. Prior to the race, we discussed the race, and Brad said there's going to be a heck of a lot of speed on in this race, and I think it'll suit him. Last Saturday, the pace of the race just went against him a little bit last Saturday. You might have noticed they slackened mid-race, and he was probably just wanted to race a wee bit keen. He's a horse you can hold him, but really on that run, I thought he only has to back up to be a good thing today.
Did you feel you won it?
I didn't know, Larry. I was just hoping more than anything. Yeah.
You were very cool on him early, which he likes to be ridden.
Yeah, I mean, he's suited him today. Back to the 1400, he likes to come off the back of a nice pace, which he ran good the other day in the mile, but it's just probably not really his go. But no, everything worked out today. It was good.
Coming through, were you always going to get those runs?
Oh no, I had a few options, but I obviously I wanted to sort of make my way towards the outside if I could, and thankfully it all worked out.
Indeed, it was terrific watching Brad on Hard to Catch on that.
Well, I think Hard to Catch there at $9 would have been a bit unlucky had he not won the race. He poked through. Here he comes. His nose just come into frame with a white blaze. He looks like he'll run 4th there, but right on the line, as you see him when they hit the line, he just drops his noggin right there and gets the bob. And Brad never got a chance. If you watch him here, you see him right back in the field, the white cap. You see that white blaze there on the chestnut horse? Now, he's got the stick on him on the right hand, and he's got some space in there. He's riding him up behind the leaders now, and he's thinking, oh, there'll be a gap here. Then he's had to cross across heels because a couple of gaps closed on him, and he never gets a chance. Here he is, right across the heels. Never gets a chance to pull the stick again because it's too late. He just gets enough time to ride in between the gap and Bobby's head on the line and get the result. It was a bit of luck, but a good cool head as well.
It certainly was, and this horse is going extremely well. He's as honest as they come, and this is this Stradbroke form working out again. It has for the past couple of weeks, and this horse, I think he runs 6th in the Stradbroke, and a good
Squire was last week when he defeated this particular horse, so all looks very, very good for him in the future.
Hard to Catch is going to have a little bit of a break now, come back and be set towards Sydney. Dream of the Epsom, that hasn't been given up by Pat Duff, who just gets a run here with Brad Stewart. Of the other news...
Second, Kenny's Rose, third from Walk of Fame, and then Maslin's beats Napa Tandy. Shower Fine, Sequential Charm behind those from Tayriana and Barina as they corner. Danehill Princess past the 400, out by 2. Scootin' second spot, Maslin's Beach. Sequential Charm is coming through the field, and Shower Fine's not with us at the moment to the 200. Maslin's Beach went up, Sequential Charm tried to get between them. Scootin' Danehill Prince still there, but Maslin's Beach went to the lead. Sequential Charm ran in on top of a couple of them, but Maslin's Beach raced away from Sequential Charm, and Maslin's Beach won easily. Sequential Charm second, Danehill Princess.
She's a pretty nice filly. You know, she had a nice run through, albeit perhaps a little wide. Loomed up a little bit of running down the running, but yeah, still got quite a lot to learn, but a lot of raw talent just the same.
You run her in the earlier races through the carnival. Was this on your program?
When we first came up, not initially, but I was very pleased with the run of the 7 furlong race, and thought we were sort of just things didn't go quite right from the guineas at the Eagle Farm, and she was entitled to a win at stakes straight through this preparation. She'd obviously shown that talent, so this was the next opportunity.
What with her now?
She'll have a short break, probably 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then she'll go to the Melbourne stable with a view of taking on some of the mares races through the Spring Carnival in Melbourne.
She's still got a little bit of learning to do. She's quite green and she's quite a little bit weak yet. I reckon she might make a nice horse later on. She's got the potential to be a nice horse.
She got into the race quite quick, but she laid in that little bit. The protest, did it bother you?
No, not at all. There's no doubt that I definitely got in on top of them about the 300, but wasn't enough interference to warrant the protest to be upheld. But like I said, Larry, she's with the blinkers off today. She put herself into the race nice. She travelled up well and she worked to the line reasonably good. Like I said, she's definitely a horse that's on the way up.
Corey Brown, yes, there was a protest third against first. The boys will discuss that in a tick. But Maslin's Beach, well, that form out of the Queensland.
Yeah, the Guineas is certainly holding right up first and second out of that. And this filly always seemed to have things under control to my eye. She travelled sweetly in the run. She'd run in the right races leading up to this, and too good. The fillies dominated first, second and third. Now, there was a protest here, Richard.
Oh, yes, the protest was funny. I'll get to that in a minute. I just want to draw your attention to Corey Brown on the winner and Maslin's Beach there, red cap, yellow sleeves on the outside there. She's ducking in. There is a bit of a shuffle up there. That's probably pretty close to the line, that. But Corey Brown, tactically, there's no better rider around than Corey Brown. He puts horses in beautiful positions, and he's just about got it right with the whip in the right hand. You see, he pulls it in the right hand. He's a natural left-hander with the whip, and I think that helped straighten the filly up there, the fact that he can now use the whip in both hands, which is something he's been working on. It's been a bit frustrating sometimes. You think, it doesn't... You know, it's taken him a while to get it right, but he's got it right now.
It was just unfortunate because as Corey switched his stick to the right hand, like the second horse, really all it did was shy in away from it. And, you know, the winner respectively drew 15 and 10 on not as suitable racetracks as what it was yesterday. Very